It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Hey Adam, Jason from Chico. Got a drunken travel story for you. This company I was working for sponsored the Porsche team at the Rolex 24 in Daytona, and a few of us got to go and watch the race from the pit area. Well, a few hours into the race, I decided to walk to the store and get some beer. When I got back to the track, I noticed my boss left his keys in his golf cart. So I jumped in that thing with my case of beer and spent the night driving all over the infield, giving beers out to people, giving them rides, just partying my ass off. And I don't even remember how I got back to my room, but the next day my boss was so pissed that somebody completely drained the battery in his golf cart. Man, that was the best night of my life. Get it on.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Speaking of 24 hours a Daytona, Ben Gleib's Infinity does not bug the shit out of you about the seatbelt. It has a very small thing on the screen.
Tiny light.
And it has 4 chimes when you start the car.
Standard for any car, I would like to believe.
Could be seatbelt related, but either way, does not bug the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So I'm wrong.
Yes.
And you are a blessed man.
This is a great moment in my life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I would still argue that the clicker ticket is unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree.
You either wear your seatbelt or you don't.
Let people do them. We got the message by now. Maybe like when originally it was not a big thing, and then there was a big push for 5 years. 5 years to tell people to wear their seatbelt.
You know what I could handle? You know what I'd like now that I think about it? Got too many fucking assholes in LA. How about one? You know they do cute ones like around Thanksgiving or something like gobble, 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 don't drive drunk or whatever.
Yeah. Don't be a turkey.
We got too many fucking unwanted kids. How about one that says pull out and I'm not talking about the driveway? We could appreciate that, right?
Pull out. Give less responsibility to the firefighters that are now having to raise your children.
It's a little wordy, but we'll workshop it.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point.
What do you got, Dawson?
Well, Ellen DeGeneres is saying that she's not mean, but she's done with fame after her next Netflix special. She also says this is the last time you're going to see me. She said this during a recent stop of her Ellen's Last Stand Up tour.
Let me tell you something about the 41st time you say I'm not mean, or the 41st time you explain you're not anti-Semitic, but like when you're in the squad and you're like, we're not anti-Semitic, but you have to understand.
We just don't want Israel to exist.
Right. It's like somewhere when you get into the mid-40s of saying you're not mean or you're not anti-Semitic, I'm thinking maybe one or both. There. Maybe both.
No. Yeah, she's
Possibly
definitely
both.
mean. I really want to meet her just so I can say, you are delusional, you're mean. I've heard 70 stories about how you didn't let your staff look you in the eye. And I actually was once on the Today Show, same day she was, and she was playing my game show idiot test on her show. Without permission, by the way. I appreciated the advertisement anyway, so we were cool with it. I just tried to approach her dressing room just to thank her for giving exposure to our show. As random person on the Today Show approaches, she puts her hands in her head and goes, ugh, to like make it impossible to even approach this human. She's a demon.
Wow.
She's a demon.
The random.
I mean,
no
hates
hyperbole.
People. Hates people.
Listen, I've done her show. Everyone who works for her scared shitless. That's all you need to know.
And she said in this article, she said, oh, so I guess I'm going to be canceled for a third time for being old. I guess I'm old and gay and mean. Why is she throwing gay and old into the mean? Nobody cares about the gay and old. They care that you're very cruel to people.
I passed a municipal vehicle the other day and it said, stop beating the gays. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll get back to Nana, you know.
I passed a garbage truck that said, stop being mean Ellen.
Ellen, that's specific.
They're targeting.
Right.
That's interesting. That's so
smart.
It's like when Bette Midler adopts a highway.
Correct.
Right.
This is an inversion of that. Like very specific.
Bette Midler wants you to not litter right here.
Very target advertising. Very
Maybe
niche.
instead go to the beach and hate on Mexicans.
There
Like
you
she
go.
actually, Bette
Malibu.
Midler wants that.
I will do that sometimes. Like I'll be driving down Mulholland, you know, and I'll be wanting to throw some food trash or some takeout trash, McDonald's or something out the window, but I'll see that Bette Midler, and then I'll be like, oh, the divine Mrs. M has adopted this.
Not on Bette Midler's watch when you're there.
So I'll hold on to it, and then at some point I'll find Highway that was sponsored by DJ Khaled, and I'll go, fuck that fat ass, 100%. And I'll start chucking stuff out.
That's the major key right there. Drop it all over that freeway.
Find the celebrities you don't like.
Correct.
You're right.
Yeah, on a Bette Midler highway, you better hope that litter does find the wind beneath its wings and flies over to the
It's also a
Khaled.
good Eagles song.
Absolutely.
On a Bette Midler highway, food trash in my hand.
DJ Khaled is nearby.
And a no trash can. All right. So
Well, at Ellen shows, there's a Q&A part at the end of the show. She was in Santa Rosa, and one fan...
Here's the thing about you being nice or not nice. We'll decide whether you're nice or not nice. You're not allowed.
It's true.
It's like your eyebrows. You can't announce they're wonderful.
Correct.
We'll decide whether you have good eyebrows or bad eyebrows.
Yeah, have you
decide.
Have you ever heard someone say, look, I'm a great guy?
Right.
No.
You never believe him. No, you're not a great guy.
My ex-girlfriend came home from getting her eyebrows threaded, which is the big thing, and she turned around. I swear to God, I thought it was a prank show. She literally was like peacocks on her eye. Ah! It was unbelievable.
Right.
And like a guy calling himself a great guy. A guy once gave me a business card. He was running a bar next to the Laugh Factory. It used to be called North. And his business card said on it a quote, integrity out of this world. And he straight up tried to bribe us to he's bribed us.
Well, listen. Here's how you
For
know
a shakedown.
If you have to say it, it's wrong.
Whenever Joe Biden lies, he punctuates it with true story and no lies. And no
come on,
joke.
man.
It's
Come
no
on, man.
joke.
No joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. Like
Every single solitary person agrees. I'm stalling for words. It's not a joke, bro.
So,
Come on,
Ellen,
man.
So it's a Q&A.
sorry, we decide whether you're not.
There you go. During the Q&A, someone said if she'd would return to movies after her tour ended, or perhaps go to Broadway. She said,
"Nope." Movie career, she had an amazing movie
man.
career.
Did you
This
see
is my-
Blind Date 2 or whatever? What was her fucking... She did a movie with Greg Kinnear called, like, Blind Date. I swear to God.
That sounds
Look it up,
vaguely
Joe.
familiar.
Go ahead.
Well, she said, no, this is the last time you're going to see me. After my Netflix special, I'm done.
What a lie.
Yeah.
It's just to promote her Netflix special.
See, here's the thing.
She's
That's
going nowhere.
That's what I want to know. Now, the name of her tour implies that it is her last stand-up thing. Ellen's last stand, ... up. But if people are still asking her, hey, are you going to go back and do more stuff? Maybe it wasn't promoted as being, the farewell by Ellen.
Listen, if I've learned anything from Cher, who's been doing farewell tours since the late 90s, you can always come back.
Well, here's the thing. Let's go back to 1982 when a little band called The Who went on their first farewell tour.
Yeah.
That was 1982. And there was a parody song on KRQR in San Francisco that said, and we'll all go our separate ways till we go broke again.
Yeah.
And the last time The Who performed with Townsend and Daltrey was in March of 2024.
Yeah. And Cher's going nowhere either.
The Eagles, who had that
Hell
song
Freezes
we just
Over.
said, the Hell Freezes Over tour, and they're playing the Orb next weekend. Or whatever the fuck
the
they're
Sphere.
playing.
Yeah. The
So,
orb.
yeah, we're not buying this last time thing.
No. And I
No,
guarantee
but we
you,
hope it is.
That'd be
we would
great.
love it. And I guarantee after Cher dies, she'll still be touring.
She'll be touring.
She'll just rewrite the songs. Do you believe in love after life?
yeah.
She's gonna flip it around.
Are those the lyrics?
Half dead.
You just failed
That's
that
all
test.
I ever heard.
Wow.
Half dead. How I love gypsies, tramps, and corpses. You hear the people of the town. Yeah, they just rework all
They
the
say
songs.
our love will survive death. I know that being dead's the best, babe.
Yeah. Oh God.
I am dead, babe. I am dead, babe.
There's Dark Lady, but I can't remember how it goes. And if I do two more, I'll officially be gay. So don't do it. It's like Candyman. You do more than 5 Cher songs.
Yep.
you go gay.
Correct.
You're bi at 4.
That's right.
You go gay after 5.
You're already at 4.
Don't do it into a mirror.
No.
You're going gay.
You already did 4. You're staring at me deeply in the eyes, Adam. I don't know how I feel about this.
You're not unattractive.
Thank you
Let's
so
put
much.
it that way.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
All right.
I've been dying to talk about this next story. Adam, the person that you once called that unfunny black dude on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, that's so funny. I was just thinking about that. Yeah.
Leslie Jones. She takes her pool hygiene very seriously.
When I did the Baldwin roast and Chris Redd was up there, I said, Chris, I was worried because I heard they fired the unfunny black guy from Saturday Night Live, but it turned out to be Leslie Jones.
Oh my God.
So that's nice because I got them both. You know,
got 'em both,
it's always
same
good
joke.
when you can insult two people of color with one joke.
True.
you know?
Chris Redd, great man. Leslie Jones, only met her once. Incredibly mean to me.
Wash that ass. Maybe you didn't wash your ass. She's a great
Is that
stand-up.
one of her bits?
She yells, "Wash that ass."
Oh, that's nice. That's a great line. She got very mad at me over
Why
some
was she
vaccine
mean?
thing. I was at a party, someone's like release party, and I don't even like her work, but I said the very annoying, disingenuous thing. I said, "Hey, I think you're great. I like your work." And she goes, "Oh, okay, thanks." Like kind of nods, barely says thanks. And then we would start talking for a second about the vaccine. This is like a year ago. I was just saying about how I don't want to continue getting boosters. Like, I'm vaccinated and boosted. I just don't want to continue getting boosters. I think it's ridiculous at this point. And she goes, well, you should. Well, you should get it. That's not okay. And just literally went off on me like I was... This is 2023 this happened. Maybe early 2024.
Wow.
Like, I can understand that response mid-pandemic and mass death.
Yeah.
She's treating you like you peed in her pool.
She did.
Yeah.
I mean, I did also pee in her pool.
Well, she makes guests sign a form. Did you really pee in her pool?
No.
Wouldn't that be great, though? She makes guests sign a form to get into her pool that says, I will not pee in your pool.
What was... Sorry, I'm looking at my screen.
You got to sign a form?
Apparently.
No. This is... Okay.
Yeah, this is another one of those that...
news.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me explain something. What movie was Ellen DeGeneres in? First Date?
First Date might be the name of it.
Something like that. Blind Date, you know, whatever the fucking date movie she was in. I mean, she wasn't in it with Kinnear. She was in it with whoever the version of Kinnear was. But you writing on my screen, the internet disagrees with Greg Kinnear and Ellen, or in a movie, is passive-aggressive. You have to just give me the name of the movie that Ellen was in from 1996, where she was on a date, not explain to me I'm wrong about Ellen. She did a movie. She did like a shitty 90s movie.
There's a website that can link any two people. So I linked Greg Kinnear and Ellen DeGeneres, and nothing found. So now we're
but we still would like the name of the movie, which was going to be pretty easy to find. I think
her filmography is not very long, so just IMDb. I feel like
something
would be
with
the one
date,
that comes up.
Bad Date, First Date.
Remember then she did that like
1995. Remember, 3 or something.
Remember then she did that like HBO movie where she just got to like make love to Sharon Stone. You remember that one?
No.
She played. It was like her cut. It was right after she came out as being gay, and then she got to like make love to like Kate Capshaw and Sharon Stone. I think in this like fully naked "If the Walls Could Talk" or something.
Well, it sounds familiar.
If these walls could talk.
We have Leslie Jones talking about. So wait a minute. When you did the Today Show, did you ever talk to Ellen, or was it some producer at Ellen?
Put her hands in her head.
Ellen put her hands.
Ellen.
Well, you were saying you came down the hall.
No, I was in the
there
makeup
a producer.
area, and for some reason they have like the main guests' makeup, our own dressing rooms are in the makeup room. So if their doors open, I'm seeing Ellen in the mirror asking me to get my makeup done. I'm like, oh, it's Ellen. She's been playing my game show, Idiot Test, available now on Pluto TV. And so I decided I'm gonna go say thanks, and I get up, and she just sees a person walking up towards her. When she has like staff around her and she goes, ugh, and just like hides, turned into a ball, so I could not approach.
Okay.
It was really rude.
Wow.
All right, now let's hear
what Leslie Jones is. What is this?
Mr. Wrong from 1996. Mr. Wrong. Yes, you're right. Was it? Yeah. Who
Mr.
was
Wrong.
the guy?
That's
Who was?
it. That's what it was.
What's his name?
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
He's a great
Bill
Kinnear of
Pullman.
the time.
They're Kinnear-esque.
Yeah.
All right, Bill Pullman and Mr. Wrong. And you know it's funny because look at the poster.
She looks very much like she's not enjoying being in a dress, that's for
it's
sure.
Mr. Wrong. All right, we'll play the Leslie Jones clip. Sorry. Mr. Wrong.
You have to sign something to get in my pool.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
You have like an NDA for your pool?
Because people pee in your pool. Like seriously, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Listen. People don't know what they ass or their dick or pussy does in hot water until it is immersed.
Wash that
So
ass.
my shit is like 104 degrees, right? So if you step into a hot pool, you don't know if you gonna fart automatically. You don't know if that shit gonna make you piss. So like I make people like go to the bathroom. I make them take a shower before they get in my shit, and then I tell them if you pee in my pool, that means you will pee in my life. Get the fuck out,
Dude.
So like.
You can't. It makes sense. You're gonna pee in my life.
I mean, just don't have a pool at this point. It's a lot of.
That's a big hot tub. That's not a pool. 104 degrees is awful. But Adam, you are a pee pooler, right? You pee in the pool. Yeah, I've heard you say you'll stand at the side of the pool and directly pee in the pool.
I do.
Just because it's there.
I have just peed Yes, I have frequently just peed in my pool.
I did it once.
From the outside of the pool.
I was on my floating boat in my pool, and I didn't want to get out and go to the side, so I peed from the boat into the pool once, drunkenly.
Oh, I can do it sober.
Oh, interesting. You're choosing, like, you have options, and you're doing it to test
I
your
like peeing
maintenance?
out. I like peeing outside.
Well, that I get.
And I tell people, do it. Homeowners, do it. It makes
Only
you
gay
feel good
people
about
with homes?
homeowners. No, homeowners. Sorry.
I don't let dudes pee in my bathroom. I tell every dude who's at my house, go pee in the backyard.
Oh, that's
Oh, really?
interesting.
Yeah.
I would just
Why?
make the guy to sit down.
I don't like cleaning the bathroom, and I don't want to waste water by flushing the toilet. And we usually hang out at the bar in my garage. And
Do you care where they pee in the backyard, or is it
just
like
say
on
go
a
to
tree,
the
hopefully? or
just where where no
just
neighbors
on
can
the
see you.
concrete or something?
Let's go pee in the bushes.
In the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, why aren't you peeing in the bushes or on a tree in your backyard, Adam? Why are you doing it into the pool?
Well, a couple reasons.
Yeah, I've got to know.
The edge of my seat.
Well, first off, peeing on bushes will kill the bush eventually, which I learned from my buddy John Tyler.
Okay.
Who lived up the street because
I'm sure he appreciates that plug.
He used to piss out his room all the time, and we carved out a side of a shrub, like just it's acidy and it kills him. But I was like thinking about it. I was outside and I was like, now listen, I peed in the pool without being in the pool or ever getting into the pool that day. Just peed into the pool.
Yeah.
So you got to think of it this way. If I take a piss on the patio or the side or whatever, it'll leave a trace of urine smell, whatever. You can hit some dirt.
Yeah.
But the pool has 40,000 gallons and it's filtered every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And the amount of piss, we're talking about 8 ounces, 10 ounces, I don't know, 8, 10 ounces of piss.
I'm more of a 16-ounce guy, but you're going light with it.
You're
That's
big
cool.
gulp.
That's right.
This 50,000 gallons. And I like the notion of standing above something and hitting liquid with it. Like I'd rather piss. I like the sound of it. I like the feeling of it.
It's like a fountain.
But
People
it's
get
like
fountains.
it's like a toilet.
It's like a toilet. It's almost like a toilet.
I think it's
but
more-
you can aim wherever you
It's
want.
just a big one.
It's like a toilet
big
meets
toilet.
a relaxing fountain.
For me, there's certain things in life that just are like, I can do it because I can. I pay for this fucking house, and I pay the fucking pool man.
That I get.
And I'm taking a piss in my own pool.
Interesting.
And I don't give a shit.
You ever take a shit in your backyard just so your gardeners can clean it up because you're paying for that? Because it seems like another viable option.
I stopped.
Raccoons visited again.
You can only do it when you have a dog.
Right, of course.
Because you got
raccoons
plausible
could be-
deniability.
Coyotes could hop in there.
Raccoon shit doesn't have corn in it,
Strong point.
It's got nuts and berries in it.
It's a very strong point.
All right, anyway, listen. I said the problem with this Leslie Jones thing is nobody could enforce that. She would have no idea
Absolutely.
when people pees in her pool. But she
Absolutely.
did get to wash the ass in there, too.
People do believe, though, there are an astounding number of people that do believe that there is actually a tablet that you can put in the pool and it will turn a color around a person when they
Right.
pee. That does
not
not
true?
exist. It
Wives'
does not.
tale.
You would have seen it. I could
Somebody
name
brought that
50
up.
fucking pool parties from the last 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, pee in
We
the pool
would have seen
all
it
you
there.
want.
Adam Sandler movies are not documentaries.
No, nope.
Wow.
Doesn't exist.
Can you imagine how just unpleasant it's got to be to get into Leslie Jones' pool after the shower yelling at and then the NDA and then you get are you allowed to have fun in this pool? Are you allowed to throw a beach ball or is that going to throw off
She's got a no Marco Polo policy. She's got a sign with Marco
It's
Polo.
offensive to blind people.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God. And blind abuse in Leslie Jones pools.
You know,
That's a specific bumper sticker.
I tried to launch a campaign for a while where we replaced Marco Polo with Adam Carolla.
Oh, interesting.
And a lot of it was a smear campaign against Marco Polo. Like, yeah, he may have opened the spice trade, but he was also a racist and owned slaves.
He's the reason rhino horns are getting shaved down.
Yeah, like what else was in there
It
besides
was his idea to put
cinnamon
the seatbelt alert
and
in cars.
nutmeg?
Yeah, that's right.
I bet you Marco Polo was up to something. He probably stepped out on his wife.
You know what good
Probably
way to
had a
smear him?
slave.
Let's start calling him Marco Polio.
Ooh.
I think people are going to feel sorry for him.
I think they're going to think that
Oh,
he
you
has
mean like
it?
he invented
Like he
polio?
invented it.
Oh, you're
Like
right.
He spread it.
Yeah.
He invented polio.
Yeah, exactly.
Good angle.
Brought it from the
It's
east.
named after him.
Marco Polio. Yeah, he
Absolutely.
brought
Smart.
Brought it
he
here.
brought it to the North America.
Yeah.
He brought polio
Yes.
to North America.
Let's call him Little Marco Polio.
Little Marco.
Little Marco Polio.
Yeah,
all right?
that's good. And then we got to replace it with Adam Carolla.
Yep.
Right.
That's great because you want when people are blindly grabbing at people in environments of wearing like very little clothing by a pool, you want them thinking about you.
I like the fish out of water call too.
Oh, that's a great call.
That's a good call.
It's a bold call. What happens if you call that and you're wrong? Do you like die?
There's supposed to be some kind of punishment, but
Yeah, there's
no.
a punish-
It's unclear because it's
Yeah.
not
Do you
enforced.
lose the game?
It's not enforceable.
Yeah, it's not enforceable really.
The guy's still it.
Yeah. All
Also,
right.
you know what's very unpleasant is being anybody in the pool who's not involved in the Marco Polo game.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry, the Adam
annoying.
Carolla game. You just get
Yeah.
swiped by children that are
Yeah.
aggressively trying to reach people.
And then there's the passive aggressive guy who spends a lot of time underwater, so he can't reply, which is that's a
True,
cop-out.
that's a strong point.
All right, Dawson. Sorry, what else?
Oh, let's do this one from Philadelphia. The headline is Dollar Tree ejaculation suspect identified surrenders to cops. You heard about this, right? The Philly man accused of masturbating on a woman's leg inside a Dollar Tree store has surrendered. After cops, even rapper Meek Mill launched a manhunt for him.
When Meek Mill sets his sights on you, you're not going to be a free man for long.
No,
He
it's
drew the line.
dangerous.
There are some things you can do in Meek Mill's world, but finish on a woman's leg inside of a Dollar
in a
Tree.
Dollar Tree.
out.
I mean, I know you don't expect a classy clientele in a Dollar Tree, but that's low.
He is the black dog, the bounty hunter, but he does it with a W.
He's
That's
wearing-
how you know.
He's wearing a shirt that says it's not going to lick itself.
Wow.
The guy did the masturbation?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my God, he's a black guy. I thought that was Meek Mill. Well, okay, a couple things. This is not really the realm of the black man.
Yeah. You think
I don't want to
public
call
masturbation is a white thing?
I don't want to call it a white collar crime. It's more of a white shin.
Right, it's
type
a white.
situation.
It's a white underwear.
Yeah, white
crime.
sock kind of crime.
Mhm. White sock crime.
I when there's crime, I like to picture the race.
Sure.
I was not picturing a brother.
Yeah. Me either. I pictured a weird skinny white dude.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
But also,
It's not gonna
ejaculating in the Dollar Tree is where Dollar Tree got its logo. That's what the tree sprouting is.
Oh, that's where they got the.
It's a trunk
okay,
and then an
didn't know that.
explosion. So,
So-
they kind of encourage you with the logo.
So, on one hand, you know, I think of these guys as predators, but there's a part of me that admires them a little bit.
Sure.
What part? What part? of
The
that?
part where you can squeeze one off in that environment.
Yes, that's. I
saying-
know Adam would be a
Come on,
fan
man.
of that.
You
This
would.
guy, no lube, no nothing. The guy
You don't
didn't even
need
have any
lube. What do you need
porno
lube
mags.
for?
He just fucking went for it in a Dollar Tree.
Yeah. So you're impressed that he's getting turned on at the discounts or in a discount environment? Like you think you expect
if-
a higher end store to turn somebody
if
on?
somebody, okay, let me put it in a different context.
Yeah.
Let's just say I can beat off and climax while I'm jogging.
Is that true or is this hypothetical?
It's a hypothetical.
Oh, okay. Same thing came out that really
I think
quickly.
you would be duly impressed.
Yeah, that would be impressive.
Listen, I can run a 40-yard dash in, not NFL speed, but under 8 seconds and come.
But I feel
You'd go like, wow.
Yeah, because I feel like
that's
while
something.
masturbating and running, the 40 speed goes down to about 6 minutes.
It slows down.
It slows it down.
You're not playing cornerback, if that's what you're asking. You may be on punt return or something.
That's right.
You may be a wedge buster or
That's
something,
right.
but you're not cornering.
Definitely pass interference call.
Well, let's not get mired in the positions.
Never.
I'm saying you would be impressed if I said I can jog and belt one out, like while I'm jogging.
Mostly because it's like you'd think it would make you run backwards. Like
Or
each of the
even if I
motion,
said
it's like
running
creating
backwards.
propelling.
All right, let's just say I said I can do it whilst riding a
be
unicycle or something, like
Sure.
or juggling with one hand. This to me is a close cousin to that.
Really?
Like I can beat off in a crowded store, standing around with Muzak on a person that is, to me, again.
Maybe he just loves the savings. I mean, I feel like it encourages an erection.
And we don't
In
know.
the vitamin aisle. He's in the vitamin aisle.
We don't know that he was lubeless because he could
That's
have
true.
bought some really cheap
He could have
lube.
he probably bought it.
Some
and he
Jergens
just
or
snorted
something.
some rhino
Most likely
spices
bought
and
it.
some
Yeah.
discount rhino spices.
I'm not here to defend the man.
Okay.
But
Why
the
do you feel like
part-
you need lube? Are you guys lube masturbators?
No.
I'm not a lube
No,
masturbator.
Adam is an anti-lube guy.
Me
He
too.
wants to train.
100%
He
don't
wants
need
to
it.
let his
I've never
children
used
know.
It. I've never used it
It's
in
a
my life.
fool's errand.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Just
When you're
it slows
stuck without
down an
it.
essential need.
Yeah.
I don't need to put obstacles in my way.
Listen, there are two things I'll tell Mike. Look, don't get married to the Jergens. It's a fool's errand.
Yeah.
And I'd say the same thing about chapstick. Don't. It'll
yeah,
be
you don't
a
need
life.
that.
You'll have a
Your lips become
lifetime of
addicted, yeah.
where's my chap? Reaching, sit, reach. You talk to
100%.
people that they just are like, hold on. You're like, you don't need it, dude.
And you have
just-
shiny lips. If you're a man, it's a real problem.
Yeah, you don't need. I don't even need lube because of your lips anymore. So
Correct.
you don't need it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a life.
Yeah.
And you're going to get burned. You're gonna be camping for a few days, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck! All I got is mosquito repellent."
Yeah.
And you're gonna go, "Well, it is kind of lubey." And next thing you know, your dick's on fire because you went for the Prel because you didn't pack your lube, and you're in a Kano lodge.
And then you don't even get the joy of being stung by mosquitoes on your lips.
Right.
Keeps them away.
Yeah. So no,
It's unfortunate. I love that all of your advice for your children is lubrication based.
Well, no, it's less than 80% lube based.
Okay, less than 80. We're about 79.
Well, first
We're back
off,
in the sevens again.
It's not all about masturbation.
No, lips.
There's
the
oil,
lips.
there's engine oil, there's
Yeah.
synthetic oil,
I
there's
didn't
rear
say
end and
sex
diff
lubrication.
oil, there's transmission lubrication.
I meant all lubrication.
There's grease.
Yeah.
There's lithium grease
Yeah.
that goes into wheel bearings.
There's
It's not
spray
all-
on Pam.
Seems like it's really just car, sex, and occasionally cooking based.
Occasionally cooking.
It's those
All right.
three.
Well, anyway, I'm not here to be judged, so let's continue. But I'm
Anyway.
glad that Meek Mill
Yeah.
put an APB
Also,
on
softest
this
Guy
name
turned
ever
himself
for a
in.
rapper. How do you call yourself a Meek? Meek means weak. How your name is Meek Mill? My name is Weak Factory. Like that's his name.
Yeah, weak
Meek Mill?
textile factory, or maybe it's a pepper mill.
Yeah, it's
All
not
right,
a hard
I
name.
think I'm gonna do. I think I can do worse
Okay,
in the rap department.
sure.
Common,
Okay, you're going for real rapper names.
Yeah.
Common's not a great name.
not great.
No.
but
yeah,
Meek
it
Mill
says nothing impressive about what you do.
No, you're a poet. Yeah, Common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Common's not good. Any of the ones with Lil, I feel like that's just
Lil.
an insult.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X,
Also,
Lil Dicky.
Lil doesn't really. People go with Lil like when they're 17, but at some point you're gonna be 59.
Yeah.
and you're still going with Lil.
Lil Dicky just got upset because somebody assumed online that it meant he had a little dick, and he was like, "This is just a term rappers use. Your name is Lil Dicky. You literally are calling yourself small dick."
I used to, when K-Rock Radio, their whole thing was rock of the 80s for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was like, at some point we're going to get past the 80s and then you're going to have to fucking change your name. Like someone should have, they named themselves the rock of the 80s in like
Yeah.
82 and a
Yeah,
half.
that's a
Like someone
problem.
had to know that we were going to get past this
Yep.
at some point.
They
And
were expecting society to take a
I
turn.
guess. All right, sorry, what we
Well,
got?
yeah, the guy,
Lil Daw?
the Gary A. Miles was the 35-year-old, and he's one of the charges that he's facing is indecent assault I think we all know what indecent assault is now.
But he squeezed one off.
Onto a woman's leg. Like,
And
good
his
aim.
initials are GAM, which means legs. I mean, it's like he was born
Oh,
to
look
do
at
that.
those gams.
Gary A. Miles.
That's right. Oh, you're right. Never thought
Interesting.
about that.
He carried 8 miles.
Well, remember,
What the? By the way, when that woman returned home from the dollar store and her husband's like, how'd it go at the dollar store? Like, you're never going to believe. Baby, I have a wild imagination. What would they do? Short you change or something? No. Or were they out of tangerines? No.
A little worse.
Worse?
A little worse.
Out of Tangelos?
Let's just say there's one less bottle of Rhino Spice and one less bottle of lube, and I didn't buy them. Any clues, honey?
Something with garbanzo beans?
You're warmer.
Huge black man squeezed one off on your thigh. Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
My God, what
Yeah.
I hope she got. I hope she gets compensation. I hope he gets arrested. I hope she gets a free.
Can I say
shopping
this?
spree at the
No,
tree?
the wet nap's got to be gratis, right? Like,
hope so.
Gratis.
Yes.
The wet nap's got to be on them,
Yeah.
right? You're not paying full freight for the wet naps after that brother beats off on your
Jesus.
shin, right?
I'm also like, do you think he was like far away and then ran up for the final moment, or was he next to her and she's like, who's this guy? What's these sounds he's making?
I think you gotta do the move where you got a little distance and then you make your move. You know what I mean? It's a kind of a move like, remember when they were forcing everyone to wear condoms in porn?
I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna
and then
say
they'd
in the
rip it
Dollar
off
Tree.
for the final.
They do that
Right.
move
Finale.
like it was like
Right.
Jim Abbott would do with his
with his glove.
Yeah, so it was motion.
Switch it from the
It looked
the
like
hand to
one
the hand.
clean motion,
It
but
did.
it took a lot of practice. That's kind of what they would do. All right, tell me who you respect more?
In what realm?
Well, no, who do you appreciate physically more? Let's put
Yeah.
morality out of this.
Sure. No morality in
No
the
morality.
conversation. Okay.
The huge black man
Yep.
that was able to peel one off
Yep.
at the dollar store in that situation.
Yep.
Or the woman who was at the donut shop, I think it was Horton's, Canada, who got into a dispute with the guy behind the counter, whipped down the yoga pants, dropped the deuce in her hand, and fired it at the person behind the counter, all in one motion. By the way, that shit wouldn't fly at Leslie Jones's pool.
That's what I'm thinking.
Wash your
I do
hands.
miss Leslie Jones from SNL because they would do like a 6-minute sketch with Will Ferrell and got Molly Shannon or something, and they'd be going back and forth doing something. And at some point at the very end, Leslie Jones would walk out. She had one line and she would fuck it
Immediately
up.
break character, laugh, fuck it up.
She would immediately
Yep.
fuck up. She had one line.
Well, yep.
They're doing 6 minutes of dialogue without a hiccup or a beat. She would come out and all she had to say is, "You guys shouldn't be parked here," and she would fuck that one line up, which was absolutely
She's one of the
insane.
great comedians.
One
our
of the
time.
greats. One of the
top.
What is the footage at a Horton? Was it a donut shop?
It might have been a coffee shop. Might have been.
Wow.
Well, what's the difference between a coffee shop? Oh, you mean a diner?
Like I thought like a Starbucks style.
Oh, that
type
kind
thing.
of. Do we call those coffee shops? Coffee house?
I call it a coffee shop.
I don't
But
know if it's a
coffee
shop
shop
per
is a
se.
counter.
Yeah,
and
that's like a whole
and the
restaurant.
waitress.
Oh, okay. No, I call those diners. Sorry.
Oh,
No, a
interesting.
coffee shop is a Starbucks.
Yeah, maybe she was at a coffee shop or a donut place. You could get donuts and coffee there, but we don't know where
I've
it was.
never
but
heard of this video.
You've never heard of this video?
No, this is
You
wild.
ready to come, bro? If you're
Give me a
eating-
leg.
If you like Ariana Grande licking a donut, just wait.
Hortons, Tim Hortons.
You'll
was,
hate
Was
this.
it at Tim Hortons, or am I making that up? Yes. All right.
Cool.
Well, that's me.
You've heard of Horton Hears a Who. This is Horton Gets a Deuce. It's a follow-up to Dr.
It's at
Seuss's famous book.
Tim Hortons. I remember it was at a Tim Hortons. That's why I
Sure.
said donut shop. All right. So it's at a donut shop. She gets in a dispute. She drops her leggings and fires a deuce.
We're not going to get to see it?
I don't know what
thought we
our
were about to
plan
see
is.
it.
in
I was
terms of
excited about
seeing
that.
it
Yeah.
goes. but
Oh, my God. She's already
already-
mad.
she's
And
mad.
mad posture.
She's arguing the person
Not
behind
even
the
a
counter.
full counter. It's like a round, like, checkout area
Kiosk-y almost.
kiosk. Yeah. There's no real barrier.
She's arguing and arguing and arguing. She's not getting her way, so she steps back and
She also
grabs
has a
something.
sweatshirt around her.
She's going to undo her
Wait.
sweatshirt.
boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shit right here.
Drops
Was
the
up to
drops the deuce, picks it up.
Oh! She's got an arm.
And got napkins.
And then she had napkins
throws
and
the
wipes.
napkins.
And she's throwing the wiped napkins at him.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Did you come, Ben?
No, and I respect her more though.
Oh, I do too.
Definitely.
More than the
She
black
More than
man.
the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wins?
She wins.
I don't know.
Creativity.
Okay.
Never seen
Listen, I'm not bragging.
it. Yeah.
I couldn't achieve what he did at the dollar store. I could pull off what she did if I had to.
See, I'm the opposite. I mean, if there
No.
wasn't a woman there, if
No,
there
but
wasn't-
what if-
just I like a discount. I just being in a dollar store, I'm hard the whole time.
You got wood just
I love the bargain.
Just savings in general.
Yeah, by the time I get 3-4 aisles deep, I'm almost finished.
Here's what I'm saying. If ISIS kidnapped my daughter
Yep.
and said, we are going to kill her unless you can come on a woman's leg at a 99-cent store, I would just say goodbye to my daughter.
Interesting.
I wish Daddy loved you more.
What is it about the environment there?
I can't. I just don't think I could pull that off.
That scenario is like the
But
episode
if
of Black
ISIS
Mirror.
said, could you go into a Tim Hortons,
Yeah.
drop a deuce and throw it at the person by the counter, I would apologize to the person behind the counter, but I'd say my daughter's
I'm the opposite.
in peril.
I'm definitely the opposite. I don't think I could pull off the Tim Hortons move.
But you could ejaculate at the dollar store.
I just really like the savings.
Okay.
I really do.
Well, that's why, pardon the pun, different strokes.
Correct.
To each his own. There's
Yeah.
another pun in there somewhere.
That's right. different.
Okay.
God.
Now, first things first. I'm not defending the woman that chucked fecal matter at the person behind the
Sounds like
counter.
you are, but okay.
But that person could have been being disrespectful.
How disrespectful do you think?
Well, we'll never know because
Yeah.
they weren't mic'd. But
What do you think he said?
I didn't like their body language or their posture. I'm not
It is
saying
weird
they
that while she
deserved
was
it.
already about to take a shit, we approached her and was like still talking shit in her face. He was like, "How dare!" They were forehead to forehead. Almost like they bonded.
Here's the deal with her. While I sort of marvel at her ability,
Yeah.
I like that she went for the napkins in a premeditated state. You know, I like that she dropped it and then picked it up and seemed to have a pretty good throwing motion.
Yeah.
And threw the shit napkins at him too. I like all that, but here's the problem with her. She better not run afoul of the law again. Because if she ever, if her husband turns up dead, right? Mm-hmm. And they do that thing where they try to pin it on her, and then her lawyer goes, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, look at my client. Do you think she's capable of stabbing her? Do you think this woman is kept? She's 110 pounds. She's 46 years old. She's meek as a mill. Mm-hmm. She would never. Do you think my client is capable of killing her husband with a kitchen knife? Then all the prosecutor would have to do is show the film of her shitting it to Tim Hortons and go, everything's on the table. Mm-hmm. This person is capable of anything. Yeah. But this person may be behind the Holocaust. We don't know, because once you shit in a Tim Hortons on cue, reach down and throw it at the teenage boy.
That's the thing I'm
behind
impressed
the counter.
about.
Once you do that, you can do anything.
Well,
There's nothing you can go, I don't think Susie's the type who could, and whatever comes after that, nope, it's all on the table.
I love that you've turned it into a motivational poster. You've turned it into, you can achieve anything once you throw shit at a Tim
would have
Hortons.
an eagle
Success.
soaring,
Yeah.
Like an outline of an eagle over her.
And shit just flying by the eagle. Shit in the face of the eagle.
I will
you
have
can
this in
achieve your
every
dreams.
bathroom of every transmission shop in America.
Wow.
Yep. Maybe you have her throwing shit at a young girl being fed by an elephant.
Oh yeah, back to the airport.
Yeah.
I'm
Great
saying
Child Elephant Alliance, their updated ad campaign.
you give me the scenario of what is. I don't think Sheila's capable of fill in the blank. Whatever All you got to do is roll that videotape.
You couldn't even say running the country anymore because she could clearly do that.
She could run the country.
She could run the country.
Yeah.
I think maybe like writing a well thought out essay she probably couldn't do.
I like her can-do spirit. That's what she should run.
Can-D-O-O? Yeah. I like that.
All right, let's bring this home.
Fantastic.
You can go. I'm going to be at Kimmel's Club in Vegas.
I'll be there with you.
And I'll be at where? The Alcazar Theater with you too, Dawson?
Yeah.
That'll be June 27th. This is going to have Carolla. Oh, I'm sorry, July 27th. June and July shouldn't start the same first.
I know.
Letters,
They're all four-letter
nice
words.
That's my month version of push and pull.
Yep.
Like, what the first two letters? What are we doing here? Let's get it away.
Yep.
Yank.
It's also like in the restaurant in the kitchen at any restaurant or comedy club, they have the two swinging doors, and one says in, one says out.
Yeah.
But this does nothing for me because are they coming in or am I going into the kitchen? There's no way.
Right.
It means nothing.
No. Yeah. Then they walk in, they catch you beating off.
I think they
back there
explain
by
it when you get a
Ambrosia
job
salad.
there, though.
Yeah.
They do explain it probably.
Ben, let me toss you a plug.
Day one.
Ben Gleib, the Mad King is the name of the special on YouTube, 107. And Jim Cummings, tuned in with Jim Cummings as well next time. It's Adam for Ben and Jim and Dawson saying mahalo.